is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. And this time, honey, listen, we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion, part 2 for season 15. The episode picks up where they left off with Courtney telling Andy what Ralph told her. And y'all know I've been, supporting Courtney, but girl, you need to stay up out of this, okay? This is their marriage, okay? Shout out to Tisha. This is their marriage. Like Drew said, Courtney, you only know what he has told you. I believe that Ralph has been cheating on Drew all throughout their marriage. He has never came off as appropriate with her, respectful, loving, kind, compassionate. I feel like Ralph is the type of guy where he will play that role for the cameras, but that is not genuinely who he is as a person. So, I just feel like, Courtney, you're doing too much. You put a little bit too much dip on your chips, sis. Okay? And Drew was really hurt by all the stuff that Courtney, was saying at the reunion, because she's just like, you ain't even been in my marriage. You don't know Ralph like that. Y'all just met. And that's true. And on top of it, y'all ain't really cousins. Okay? Andy asks Courtney, does she believe that Drew really had this affair? And Courtney says, yes. There's all this proof out here. And I'm just, like I told y'all before, it don't matter what the hell she doing. Okay? Because look at how she has been treated. Okay? Drew feels like Ralph has been coaching Courtney all throughout this season. I believe that. Because Drew said a lot of stuff that you have said is stuff that has came from Ralph. I've actually heard him say certain things. So, yeah, everything, even the receipts that was dropped off at the chateau, that shit was done by Ralph, too. Okay, he tried to sit up on stage and deny it. Okay, but we know that came from Ralph. Drew also tells Courtney to never to speak on her son. One day he will get older. He may see this. Courtney's going back and forth with her. Kenya was, getting on Courtney, clowning her. Courtney denied speaking on Drew's son, and Andy was like, well, no, you did speak on her son. And everybody started looking at her. Drew tells Courtney, you didn't know the cameras were rolling, bitch. But I guess Courtney ends up saying, well, let me get Ralph to adopt my son. That way I can get with my gay lover and be in this relationship and have Ralph pay the bills, honey. I'm like, Courtney, girl, sis, it just ain't looking good for you, Courtney. Okay, like I told you, I was kind of here for Courtney at first, but I think she is like way too much in their business. It's inappropriate. It's disrespectful. It's dismissive as hell of Drew. It's Courtney is being a triangular figure in this situation. And that's what narcissists do. They will bring another person in to go against you. We've seen it with Martell, Mel, and Ariane, how he had Ariane on her leash going after Mel, honey. That way he could have them arguing over him. And it's the same thing with Ralph. Except they really want to play, honey, this cousin card. And I told y'all, child, these people ain't cousins. The people think that y'all fucking, okay? And the way this shit is playing out, it looked like that could be true. Okay, because, like, Courtney, you going a little bit too hard. You must be getting that dick, okay? That's the only thing that would make a woman go this hard for a man, honey. He hitting it from the back real good, and the front, and the side, and wherever, honey. So, and hell, if Drew is over there being licked up and down by Tide, what is the problem? Okay, shit. He doing him, and she doing her. I don't know why the hell they still living in a house. I refuse to live in a house with a man like Ralph. Now, something weird happened with the house. What was it, you guys? I think it was something like, he forgot to tell her when they closed on the house. It was something weird with the house, and I was like, yeah, he's sketchy. He doesn't, he lies by omission. He be leaving information out. That's something else a narcissist will do, that way that they can stay 2 steps ahead of you. Because remember, it's always about competing with you. I told y'all, even Andy said, well, what was the big deal with who filed first? And Drew was like, no, he filed right after I did. He needed to beat me. And that's how they are. They want it to be known that they left you. If y'all remember on the reunion, on this part 2, Ralph said to Drew, I'm the one that left you. I filed first. Everything is a competition with them. He seems to be very jealous of Drew. You cannot be with a man that's jealous of you in a competition with you. That's like sleeping with the enemy. And that is hustling backwards big time. So ladies, if you ever find yourself in that type of situation, honey, you got to let it go. Okay, you're going to have to let that go. Kenya is stepping in, calling Courtney evil. I'm just laughing because it's like, Kenya, you're evil. Like, shut up, okay? But Kenya don't like Courtney. And I think that was my issue at first with Courtney. It was people did not like her simply because Kenya didn't like her. But Courtney, now it's about you and what you're saying and doing. And I kind of wish, Kenya would have stayed out of it. But she saw the bitch was sinking like the Titanic and said, honey, let me get involved, okay? Child, that damn Drew told Courtney to lean off the vodka. Sanya says to Courtney, kids should be off limits. See, y'all claim that Sanya never speaks up, okay? Andy asked Drew, did she visit Ty in Texas? Drew said she went to Ty's game. What's the problem with that? Andy asked Courtney, when did Ralph tell you when he was planning on divorcing Drew? Courtney said it was shortly after the Portugal trip. She also said he only filed because he found out, about the affair and, really knew that it was serious. And it's just like, child, goodbye, Ralph. Don't nobody feel sorry for you. That's what you niggas get, okay? That's what you get when you treat somebody like shit. Okay, and they stop focusing on you and focus on somebody else. Like, ladies, always, focus on who is making you feel good, honey. Not some raggedy ass narcissistic man that's not treating you right. Remember, you don't owe anybody any loyalty that is not treating you right. Andy asks Kandi, what do you know about the Drew and Ty situation? And Kandi says she only knows what Mayetta told her, which is if things don't work out with my husband, I may get with my crush. We all know she was talking about Ty. Now, honey, look like Drew, you did tell a lie, honey, because they said that, honey, you didn't meet Ty on the set of doing the movie. I guess you had mentioned that she was cute and you liked her, and then I guess another third party started bringing her to the set. Okay, see, those details are very important. So Courtney ends up saying, well, the timing makes sense. See, I told y'all she's a big liar. And, that kind of do look like a lie, but that's Drew's business, honey. Okay, I'm not mad at Drew for getting her groove back. So Andy asks Sheree and Marlo, what do they know about the Drew and Ty situation? And Sheree spills the tea and says some, text message receipts, honey, was dropped off to the chateau. Now, who the hell just dropping off stuff randomly but that damn Ralph? And this is his way of doing a smear campaign against Drew. And he figured he will drop them off to Sheree because she is Drew's biggest nemesis on the show. At least she was before cousin Courtney, honey, came along. So what is a smear campaign? A smear campaign is an intentional, premeditated effort to undermine an individual's or group's reputation, credibility, and character. It is an effort to damage or call into question someone's reputation by propounding negative propaganda. It makes use of discrediting tactics. Okay, so that's all that Ralph was trying to do. And hell, that's what he's been doing with cousin Courtney, smearing Drew's name. He's not telling her the things that he has did wrong in the marriage. Okay? Andy asks, was it Ralph that gave Sheree these text messages? And Sheree said Ralph doesn't even know where she lives and he doesn't come to her house. Girl, you're on the same show as Drew. Do you think it would be hard for him to figure out? Come on, Sheree girl, wake up, boo-boo. Sheree said that the person just left the receipts at the door of her chateau, honey. She didn't get to see the person. They asked Andy to read the text messages out loud, and he doesn't. I think he gonna end up just passing them around, honey. Okay, I'm like, read them. Okay, we want to know. Andy asked Courtney, did she drop those messages off at Chateau Sheree, honey? Courtney said it wasn't her. Andy said the messages are incriminating, and that Drew said, well, no, they're friendly. We're friends. So Kandi asked Drew, are those messages real? And Drew kind of stutters, and then Marlo was like, girl, keep it real, And Drew got to throwing Ralph's ass under the bus. And guess what? I second that emotion. When a nigga is trying to sink you, you drown his ass, okay? No water, no air. Drown his ass all the way down to the basement. He already on the first floor, and, he could just go even lower. Child, Drew says she has seen Ralph beat the IRS single-handedly, honey. Ooh, child. The secrets and the skeletons are out. Andy thanks Mayetta for having an orphanage in Africa. That is wonderful. It's beautiful, but don't bring her ass back. She don't add shit to the show. Okay, next. So we see the ladies take a break backstage. Marlo tells Sheree she wants to subscribe to She News. Now, allegedly, honey, it look like Kandi may be gearing up to sue Sheree for using images of her and her family's likeness. How do I feel about that? I feel like that's petty. She got you, Kandi. Just let it go. You would be better if you would be more unbothered by stuff. Now you coming off bothered, and we already know she ain't gonna never pay. She don't pay for a damn thing. So it's a waste of time. Shit, you better take a page out of Tyre's book, honey. He just got done, that fashion designer. He just got done fooling with Sheree, and he said he ain't even gonna sue her because, honey, child, like if she ain't got, the money, honey, if she ain't got the coins, honey, it would be a waste of time, and, you'll be paying more just trying to get to the heifer and the money, and, like Sheree's house, honey, it ain't even in her name, and look, that may be a good thing, though, okay? But yeah, I say Kandi just, you got enough people on your damn team to come back at. Sheree is an easy read, and I just feel like Kandi was not on at this reunion. I don't give a damn what any of y'all say. Okay, even shout out to Benchworthy. He admitted Sheree got Kandi's ass. She did, with the dirty ass floors, with the She News. Yeah, Sheree need to get her shit together, right? And we know that Kandi is the more productive and successful businesswoman. Nothing takes that from Kandi. Kandi, right? She's still the winner in the situation. It's just now, just let it go. You already didn't put the damn strike on the girls' channel. I guess, they done took the damn strike away. You didn't already did. You didn't already dirty your draws, Kandi, okay, out in these streets. You already done tore your dirty draws, honey, with some of the people, honey. I would just, play Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles to the bullshit at this point. Sheree says she only dragged Kandi because every week Kandi is always talking about her. And Kandi do talk about Sheree, but Kandi has this thing with her where I told y'all a long time ago, she feels like she is beyond reproach. She could say whatever. The Kandi Coded Clique could drag you down, line, calm, and hell. Even Mama Joyce, they could say whatever, and you just supposed to let it go. And it's like Kandi does not do that same thing. Something else happened similar to that on the reunion. We'll get to it, though. Okay? Because a lot of shit just came out. I've been telling y'all all season about these people, how they whack, and the stuff they be doing. I can see right through it. Even, I told y'all, even with Kenya, and that bullshiggity, let me address that real quick, that bullshiggity with Marlo and her trying to sue Marlo. Kenya, Brooklyn should have never been on any trip. And hopefully Andy or whoever puts it in your contract that you cannot bring her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta trips. I am with Mark with that. That is a child. She don't need to be with y'all like that. You need to find a nanny. Or at least if she do come, she stays at a different hotel and, you can FaceTime with her. That's a little bit different. But she shouldn't be staying in your room. She shouldn't be around the girls. This is work for you. Okay? And girl, it don't look like the producers care for your ass. It don't really look like they see it for Kandi either, honey. Quiet as kept. Okay? All of that stuff with Brooklyn, that's not Marlo's fault that she was kicking on the door and all of that. And it wasn't just Marlo. See, you are so worried and focused on Marlo. Sheree kicked that door too, but see, no one said nothing. Because y'all take every little thing that Marlo does and you scrutinize it and you maximize it and you make it bigger than life. No. Okay, and if you wouldn't have pulled that bullshiggity when y'all was out of town, inviting them ladies and then dogging them like that and it was, her whole trip, you guys, was confusing. It was a ball of confusion. Where the temptations at, honey? It was just too much. And I told y'all, God is not the author of confusion. Kenya is. Like that whole trip, they ended up getting kicked out, and then she was embarrassed, and instead of dealing with the lady, she disappeared on them and went night-night. And no, you can't treat people like that and be acting all ambiguous about stuff, okay? That's why you fell on your ass a few times, Kenya, okay? Somebody trying to tell you something. But anyways, Kenya says, honey, that she's getting ready to adopt a baby. She wants somebody that already, know their ABCs. They walking and talking, and, she gonna adopt a child, I guess that's 3 years old. Or I thought it would be kind of interesting to see her have a new baby with somebody, like, different than Mark, that whole thing. But, yeah, I mean, kudos to Kenya, though. That child, Kenya said, honey, I ain't trying to fool with no Pampers or no formula, and hell, you still gonna be dealing with pull-ups, okay? No, I don't think the baby gonna be 3. I think, did she say 3 or 6? We'll get to it, guys. We'll get to it. But yeah, she's gonna adopt now, so that's cool. But I'm like, why you make it look like you was gonna have a baby? That's another thing with Kenya. She's too finicky, and like, we don't know what to believe, okay? Oh, Marlo compared Kandi's fashions and her price points to, I guess, another brand. And I guess Kandi over there overcharging the people. Who cares? She's still in business. She's still making it. So y'all can't really come at her for that. Come on now, Marlo. We got cousin Courtney. Well, fake-ass cousin Courtney. That's what it need to say on the screen. She visiting Ralph. He getting his big head-ass haircut. The way she just hugged all on him, that is not how I greet my cousin, honey. That's how you greet your cousin when when you didn't fool out loud with the cousin. Even the barber, honey, is smiling. But yeah, she all close to him, and they probably be tongue kissing and wrestling, honey, and grabbing on each other, honey, trying to get more familiar. That's what where y'all trying to get familiar with the damn body parts, not with the goddamn family lineage, okay? So she asks him, well, are you ready? And, she's talking all like Michael Jackson, all soft-spoken. And, oh, well, he's like, as ready as I'm going to be. So she looks to the door and tries to close it. So Allison, honey, goes. She is not here for cousin Courtney or husband Ralph, honey. She was like, don't close that door on me. Oh, and you called me a bitch? And Courtney was like, yeah, I did. And then Allison said, but you don't use the word bitch, though. I was like, come on, Allison. Y'all told y'all it's something very real about Allison. Maybe it's her resume that's so real. I love it, honey. All the shows she worked on. And I'm like, Allison, honey, she makes Drew a little bit more credible, okay? Allison said, who are you, bitch? You're not his cousin. Child, these two is not cousin. I told y'all that shit I put at my job. Shit, I was calling the man my brother. Our parents was dating, and I was calling him my brother, but all that brother talk, shit, I shut all that up. Shit, niggas start hitting it from the back, and that was some good dick too, honey. How you doing? But yeah, honey, tearing that cootie cat up. Shit, he wasn't my brother no more. Woo. So Courtney tells Ralph she apologizes for her back and forth with Allison. She's like, Drew is crazy. She has a problem. She's a compulsive liar. Courtney, this man is a narcissist. He triangulating you, trying to make the wife jealous. He done moved up out the bedroom because he wants her to chase him. That's what they do. Okay, they want you to be on the chase for their time, attention, love, affection. Remember the time he came in the room and greeted all the women and didn't greet Drew until like after he had greeted everybody else? Like he purposely disrespects her. Okay, he punishes her. You cannot, no matter how much you dislike Drew, you cannot agree that all his antics are healthy, are good for his marriage, are respectful. You know, I wish Andy would have like got on Courtney a bit more. Like, why you keep defending him? You know, he's been inappropriate in his marriage for some time, disrespecting Drew. I mean, we all see it on the show. So I wish that Andy would have got on Courtney more. Like, girl, you need to quit. Okay, hang it up flat screen style, honey. Just hang that shit up that you're trying to do. Courtney tells Ralph, I get that you love Drew, but you can't keep allowing her to disrespect you. And here go Ralph looking all like the pitiful, perpetual victim. Child, bye. Child, they get to talking all this sex talk about the show, how Kenya used to eat ass. Girl, ugh. But that don't surprise me because Kenya used to tongue kiss them damn dogs. Y'all remember she used to kiss the dog, velvet and shit all in the mouth? I was like, ugh, girl, you are really serving Lifetime movie character, honey. Ain't no sister doing all that. We can get damn dog a little nod and that's it. I ain't put my damn mouth on no nasty ass dog. Ugh. Sheree said Martell definitely exudes big dick energy. He also exudes narcissistic energy. Mr. I will cheat on you and I can't pay for your friends energy. Okay. Kenya says she put threesomes on the map. I don't get sexual energy from Kenya, and it takes me to Matt that she used to date. He said that Kenya wasn't really sexual like that, and I kind of believe him. I think that Kenya is a sexy woman, but she doesn't read like sex pot. None of them exude that to me. None of them. I don't know, honey. Maybe it's just me. I wouldn't mind, honey, taking a peek at Marlo and Scotty, honey. They look good together, and she got her a man that can cook. Oh yes, that's good. Get you a man that can cook, fix your car. Don't get a man that can fix your credit, because you can do that. Okay, shout out to Self-Lender and Credit Strong, honey. Okay, you can do that by yourself. You got to do it for yourself. Shout out to Miss Jackie, honey. Jackie with a Q. Andy congratulates Kandi on 10 years of bedroom Kandi. Oh, they got to asking Kandi about how many people have she ever had sex with. I guess she had a 4-way. We got Kenya. She dipped in there with so you tapped in. I was like, no, Kenya. Okay. I don't need to hear about Kandi taking her drawers off, her bra, her socks, her pantyhose. I halfway don't believe that Kandi then messed around with all these people and like you work too damn much. When the hell did you have time, honey Kandi, to have a 4-way? Okay. They get to Sanya's package where she talked about her miscarriage and how painful, it was. Sanya had to have a blood transfusion. About a month later, she got pregnant again. I guess right here on the reunion, she is about 4.5 months. I noticed how she had mentioned she told Marlo before everybody else. I'm happy that friendship is going strong, but I can tell you one thing, Kandi and Kenya, honey, they don't like it. They are having a fit, honey, that, Sanya, really cares about Marlo. And it's like, y'all got to get over it, okay? Sanya called out Kenya for not reaching out to her after she miscarried. She said she heard from all of the ladies, hell, including Drew, who's really going through a lot. Kenya denied it. She said that she did reach out to Sanya. She just didn't answer the phone. I believe Sanya. I've been telling y'all for a long time that I'm sick of Kenya being on this show. I'm sick of how she treats Sanya. She treats Sanya bad, and she, everything I've been telling y'all, for the longest on my channel, they talked about it at this reunion. Okay, she really treats Sanya bad because she's so close with Marlo. She does not like the fact that woman is in proximity to Marlo. And I told y'all that about her and Kandi. They bring so much divisiveness to the show. They are the mean girls. It's okay for Mayetta to be up their ass every 5 seconds and take their side. But as soon as Marlo go to bat for Sanya, or Sanya, for the most part, go to bat for Marlo, it's the end of the world. She's so horrible for that. You even had Kandi and Sanya had words. And Kandi was like, well, I'm not about to have an issue with you because of her, and referring to Marlo. Y'all are so bitter and so bothered that Marlo, honey, the former criminal, honey, the ex-con got somebody that really vouches for her. And all I can tell y'all is y'all need to fucking get over it. Okay? If Marlo is good to Sanya, that's what Sanya is going to report. Okay? And y'all are making Sanya on y'all own individually, not like y'all. Due to y'all character. Now back to Kenya. Okay, now real quick. Okay, Kenya and Sanya had planned to get pregnant together. I wouldn't do shit with Kenya. Kenya is a mean girl. I don't give a damn what y'all say. She's disingenuous. She likes to come off a certain way on screen, okay? Like giving all that damn money, to Sanya. okay, for the charity, and she hosted it and she did a good job, but she was still like acting like a bitch before that. And it's like, Kenya, if you want people to think that you are this good person and you're not, because me personally, I never felt like she was playing the villain. I feel like that's something that her fan base has created to keep her from being accountable and responsible for her actions. Okay, I just feel like you are who you are at the end of the day, and you a nasty ass bitch, Kenya, nasty ass gutter snipe. I said it. I know Team Twirl is somewhere rolling their eyes and sucking their damn teeth, but I am so happy that Sanya, called you out. Okay, but Sanya said she felt very dismissed by Kenya. I believe that Kenya did that shit. Because that's how Kenya is. She's very, like, cutthroat. It ain't always about her. Like, some of the shit even Courtney was saying about her in her interview, it was true. But people will negate that because of how Courtney is going so hard for Ralph and the whole Ralph and Drew saga. Okay? But, yeah. Courtney is still writing my book about what she said about Kenya. Kenya does want things to be all, about her. She does. And if it's not, she, like, has an attitude, acts like a brat. I guess somebody called out Sanya for treating her family poorly. I do feel like, Sanya, you need to be more mindful that everything is not about you. Your little sister is a grown-ass woman with a husband and kids of her own, and, she has her own life. Yes, you are the superstar track star, honey, but, yeah, you have to be considerate of your family's feelings. But, honey, they done moved out and just down the street, honey, so they can still babysit for Sanya, so I'm happy with that. And I wish Sanya's dress would have been a little lighter. And, like, the color of Marlo's dress, I didn't like that it was, darker. And I'm going to say this as far as the ladies' looks. I'm going to say Marlo is number one. Because, Drew, your dress, the top part of it is not... It looks good on pictures. It really do. But once you really look at it, it was just doing too much. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Marlo, honey. Marlo turned it out. But I still love Drew's hair and her dress. I just didn't like how it was constructed. Okay, so they call out Sanya for dragging Kenya's relationship. Because Sanya mentioned there was a double standard with Marlo bringing up that she had, I guess, dated Rhoa. And then Kenya made a big fuss that Martell was in her inbox. And we know why Kenya did that. Because Kenya has to literally attach herself to somebody else's storyline because she doesn't have much of one. And then she likes to do this lazy ass shit with blaming production. No, bitch, you're whack. You're not giving the people much to deal with. Okay? Period. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's the truth, and the truth needs no proof. And what Sanya said wasn't anything to me. See, this is the thing. You want Sanya to be a puppet. Well, she's over there with Marlo, and don't you be with fucking Kandi talking about Sanya and the rest of the girls? This is what I'm talking about, you guys. It's like it's this 6th and 7th grade, like, BS. Like, it's stupid. This lady is on the show to have an opinion, but you're so focused, and y'all are quick to say that it is Marlo that's obsessed with Kenya, but no, I think it is Kenya that's obsessed with Marlo. Okay? Because it should not bother you that she has a friend on this damn show. But what Kenya wanted was she wanted Marlo to feel by herself. And meanwhile, everybody her friend and take to her and like her. No. That's not how it's going to go. If you're acting like a bitch, Kenya, people can see, sense, and feel that. Okay? Did y'all hear Marlo say if she say Marlo one more time? Yeah, because everything has to... Marlo has been quiet this reunion. She clearly was giving some advice to, like, stay out of stuff, and she has did that, but here you got Kenya throwing Marlo under the bus, throwing Marlo into it. Marlo ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Okay, let me play it, guys.
Where I question her loyalty to me or her ability to be not biased in the situation between me and Marlo. I feel like in that situation, I was literally calling out once again what I feel is a double standard. When have you ever called Marlo out? I called her out when she said the thing to Latoya.
Why are you the judge of that? Why are you watching what they do in their friendship when you and Kandi do the same shit, agree with each other is saying all the time? Okay? Like, come on, grow up. You don't want anybody to like Marlo. I've been telling y'all this, and I'm so glad it came up, and I'm so glad Sanya handled her ass. I'm glad.
Say, Marlo, you was dead wrong. You have no business recording us. We're recording you without her knowing and send it to Latoya. You took too long to make it right. You should have recorded it. You should have said that.
We all seen that. I seen that. Y'all seen that. She did call her out. She does call her to the side, but that ain't got nothing to do with you and her. Okay? That's what Kenya does. She triangulates. If it wasn't Nene and Cynthia, and she added herself to that. If it wasn't, now it's what? Sanya and Marlo, let me add myself to that. Who else? Phaedra and Apollo, let me add myself to that. Okay? She didn't really like when Portia and Phaedra was friends. Let me add myself to that. Let me add myself. I'm Shamia's friend too. There's always this, I have to add myself to situations to be relevant.
Because it elevated the situation. I feel like that was wrong. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that, but the shit is on camera.
Kenya, you tweeted that Marlo never raised her paddle and had to be shamed in order to give to her bestie. Marlo, is that what happened?
And you know better. I was going to give my bestie.
Y'all know damn well Marlo sent over a hefty check. That girl is not stingy with her funds. See, once again, this bitch is focused on what they're doing. Focus on you and staying out of the courtroom with Mark and focus on getting divorced. That's what your ass should be focused on.
My account was called and the money was deposited right away. Wait, hold on. We were all there. You were like, you said, I'm going to give you the money. I'm just not raising my paddle for her.
You didn't want to be part of Kenya's
she was always
charity.
And that's fine. That's fine for her not to want to be bothered with Kenya. Look at how Kenya treats Marlo. Y'all sit up here, all of y'all, all the fans of the show, y'all see her treat Marlo like shit, and that's okay. She ain't got to engage with her, and I'm glad Marlo didn't give her no energy. Marlo is damned if she do, and she's damned if she don't, like Kenya. I cannot. I'm sick of her. So Kenya tried to throw Sheree under the bus. Well, I had to ask you to donate, and Sheree was like, even if you ask me to do something, I don't have to do it. Exactly, you don't. But I know most Kenya stands, and you know Sheree don't have the best history, honey, with paying stuff, okay, and donating and all that. But Sheree had a point, though. Okay, just because you tell somebody to do something or you ask them to do something, that don't mean they have to do it. They have the power of choice. Okay, and she did end up donating. You look stupid, Kenya. You look bad this entire reunion to me. You did. Ralph didn't even take your ass serious when you got to bringing up your marriage. Okay, you should have stayed out of they shit, because that shit with you and Mark, I don't give a damn what anybody say. It was fake as hell. You knew your marriage, you was ashamed of it because you went and eloped off of camera. Meanwhile, all throughout those years, you dissected everybody else's marriage. Okay? She also weaponized different information she had on other people's marriages. Okay? That's why Ralph was like, bitch, what? Say what now? And don't get me wrong, Kenya was right for everything she was saying to him. Everything was on point. You disrespectful to your wife. You making her not trust you. You know, she was on point with what she was saying, but don't get to bringing in your marriage to Mark that wasn't much of a marriage, and y'all been getting a divorce for longer than what y'all was married. Okay, just because you pour syrup don't make it pancakes. Okay, but yeah, it was like, girl, shut up. Stop trying to use shit to be relevant. I'm over it. Okay, let's listen to Sanya real quick, because I love what she said.
I have genuinely tried to be in front of you on camera, and sometimes I sit with it too, and I say, are you being genuine with me? Because it seems sometimes like you're calculating and you do stuff that work on camera. It's a good look for you to do that and raise the money. But wasn't a good look when I don't have to give you my time or my money, girl?
Once a fucking again, you won't even listen. Listen to what she's saying. Looking like every bit of Tu Wong Fu. Looking like Wesley Snipes on that damn stage. You look a mess. The titties are sitting though, I give her that. But other than that, them damn feathers, you look a damn mess. Twirl?
Oh, no. I can get my money to any other charity anymore. You guys have 18 moms who are suffering with homelessness, no longer serving homelessness. Don't minimize that.
Stop cutting her off. That shit was getting on my nerves.
Let me finish talking. I didn't interrupt you. What I'm saying is that in that moment, I'm very appreciative. It means a lot to me. But then, when there are opportunities for you...
Kenya was just listening to her, you guys, to respond. She wasn't really listening.
My friend off camera, you don't show up for me. I'm like, is Kenya genuinely trying to be my friend? Because that was my friend. And I told you I almost lost my life. Wouldn't she reach out?
Girl, look at her body language. She don't care, and she gonna act like she care today because y'all in front of Andy. That's what some of them do. They get on Kandi for shading the ladies on Speak On It, and, they claim she gets so upset about it, and she says she's just giving them what they've been giving her, and, of course, it's attached to $1, honey. Okay, so Kandi got to make her money. I think it's smart, to have a YouTube channel, but Kandi, I think you need to be more responsible with it, and I feel like you need to get to the point where you are not, striking people's channels unnecessarily. I feel like you need to start being a little bit more humble. Okay, we are happy that you are on the YouTube, girl, but you ain't got to be on YouTube. Okay, and just quit with the damn double standards. You ain't your friend, honey. I'm sick of it. Okay, because I told y'all that's what they've been giving all season. It's okay for us to say and do certain stuff, but Sanya better not do it. Sheree better not do it. Marlo better not do it. Now, I thought it was shady as hell when Andy got the reading what somebody said about Kandi should step down and should leave the show, and she too busy for the show, and she was rarely around the girls this season. If these walls could talk, I think Andy think that. I think production think that. I think the production team is sick of Kandi and Kenya. But I will say this. I think they need a new production team because I don't really trust the production team. I don't, honey. I don't know if I trust them fully. With some of the shiggity, honey, they show on the show. It just ain't all that important like that. Oh, I especially love the part where the person accused Kandi, honey, of not wanting to share her business and not willing to show anything that doesn't show her in a good light. Because I told y'all, Kandi is all about reputation, how things look, and, you know, and then her rebuttal was, I've shared my whole life, and I showed y'all OLG's nasty-ass floors, and I showed you that we needed some work. I think you need to remodel OLG. Just make it a little bit more classy if you could do it, girl. Yeah, that guy touring the interior decorates, I would get him on that. I think he can spruce that right on up, okay? But yeah, I thought it was very interesting that person said that. I kind of think it's Andy writing this shit on the cards, but that's just me. But yeah, I am so happy that Kenya was called out, because I've been calling that out, and Kandi is called out for her reputation, and that's all she pretty much care about. And because that's what it is. That's what it's giving, okay? Somebody know what they talking about, okay? Oh, Kandi got on Sheree for taking breaks because she always getting fired from the show. And then Sheree clapped back and said, bitch, now say what now? Okay, because I have been asked back more than I came back to the show. I was like, girl, you better speak on the Sheree. Sheree was ready. She was ready with her racket, honey, to do the Venus and the Serena. But Kandi, is you ready, though? You and your girl. Okay, Miss Marilyn no. Kenya, honey, y'all weren't ready for the girls, okay? But they was ready to racket tag y'all ass, and I was here for it. Ooh, child, and Sheree wasn't telling no lies, because she was like, no, y'all always all lackluster, and that's why they always got to bring my ass back. That was a good one, because they calling her for a reason, Kandi. If you and the damn Don Juan, Carmen, and Mama Joyce was really holding shit down, and Todd too, if y'all was really doing it, we would have to keep seeing she don't pay, okay, each and every season, all right? Andy congratulated Kandi for being nominated for a Tony, and she said she was, happy to receive the nomination because it's so hard to get those, and congratulations to Kandi. That's pretty big. I guess she's going to be producing The Wiz on Broadway. And who was doing the Broadway stuff first, Kandi? I believe it was Miss Nene Leakes, but shout out to you. That's big. They brought up the whole Marlo calling out. There was a shooting at Kandi's restaurant, and Andy asked Marlo, why did you feel the need to keep saying shooting? And Marlo said, I put it out there because Kandi literally looked at Drew and was kind of making faces at her to not talk about it or really go into detail. Drew kept referring to it as an incident, and Marlo said if everybody else putting all their shit out there, Kandi need to put her stuff out there too. And I agree. They talk about Kandi and Marlo and how Kandi, was not there for Marlo. And I told y'all I felt like that whole thing was some bullshiggity, honey. It felt like Marlo was just putting a little bit too much dip on her chip. You and Kandi ain't friends like that. And, Marlo felt like Kandi should have sent flowers or at least sung a song. I don't think they wanted to hear Kandi sing it, honey, down to the funeral, honey, okay? But yeah. Y'all ain't friends. Y'all ain't never been that damn close. Kandi sees you, Marlo, as a degenerate, as somebody that needs her help, that she did something for. She gonna remind you, Portia and Sanya, a million times what she's did for you, and how she was there to be a mentor in your life to try to help you out. That is how Kandi comes off. She doesn't seem like somebody that wants to really be friends with people in this group. I'm not at all saying she should trust Marlo after some of the things Marlo has said and did. I don't see that, but I do see this elitist attitude with Kandi, where it's like, yeah, I'm too kind of good to be y'all friend. I can kind of help y'all get jobs, but and then I'll bring this shit up every 5 minutes and remind you what I did for you, which is not I don't know, it's something very disingenuous about Kandi doing that, but she has a history of doing that. Okay, just ask Portia. So yeah, they pretty much knocked that on out the park. Marlo is saying, I just be expecting people to do more for me because I would have did it, but Marlo, everybody ain't you, boo, okay? I also thought it was very interesting that that footage that they played about Marlo and Kandi. It was very interesting to hear Kandi say, yeah, people just try to downplay Marlo and she's a criminal and she a whore. And like, those are your go-to reads for Marlo. So you're very fake. I get you guys, she may not like Marlo now as much as she did then, but it's just like, you do the same thing that you accuse other people of doing to her. That's the song and dance that you do. So, girl, bye. That's why I told you I'll take Kandi and Kenya with a grain of salt, honey, because they full of it. So Drew gets to telling Marlo, you don't need to speak on my marriage, get a husband. Drew, she don't want a husband like yours, okay? Like, you still bragging about that raggedy ass man. When y'all brag about these raggedy ass narcissists, that is the equivalent to punching yourself in the damn face, okay? You look a fool. Baby, when Marlo told Drew, get you a wife. I love her. I need Marlo season 4. She would be reading damn. Marlo, you better get to writing your damn reads down. Like, I need that Marlo back that can read like a sailor, honey. I love that. And Sanya was right about what she was saying to Kandi. Kandi accused Marlo of changing her story many a times about the whole shooting and thing. But Sanya was right when she said that was Drew's issue. That was Marlo's issue with Drew, because Marlo was getting on Drew for saying incident and not shooting. So Kandi, of course, takes everything so personal, right? It's very convenient. Okay? Pay attention. because it's very tricky. And I noticed when Marlo is involved, and because of Marlo's antics, honey, okay, like people, they want to blame Marlo. Marlo's the bad guy, okay? But no, Sanya was right. Stick to it, Kandi. Marlo's issue with you and the whole nephew thing is she felt like you could have been more compassionate. She felt like you could have did more. That's what Sanya was saying. And then, but Kandi didn't hear that. No, she changed the story so many times, and she got on why I'm never called out, and, she got on she pointed out the damn obvious, and you don't want her to talk about that. So now you go use that, you go scapegoat that whole situation and make that the issue when that's not the issue. She once again, Kandi wouldn't let Sanya speak. She was doing what Kenya did, cutting her off because they're over her. They don't like anybody that got Marlo back or see stuff how Marlo see it. So Kandi says to Sanya, I don't want to argue with you because me and you shouldn't even be arguing about her. See, y'all see how obsessed her and Kenya is focused in on Marlo? They are obsessed with Marlo. When they look at Sanya, they see Marlo. Okay, and then they shut down, and then they can't have a conversation. Y'all are cowards. I love that Marlo told Kandi, your friends always defend you, but as soon as somebody defend me, it's the end of the world. Exactly, because it's a double standard. Y'all need to get T-shirts. You, Marlo, Sheree, and Sanya, it's a double standard. It's okay for Kandi to dog and drag y'all. Y'all better not do it for her. Okay, or to her, I should say. Okay? And Mayetta, it's okay for her to cape for everything Kandi and Kenya do, but can't nobody cape for Marlo or Sanya or, that's the end of the world. It is a double standard. There is a big divide in this group, and they're never going to get anywhere if Kenya stay on this show or Kandi. They really can get rid of Kenya. Kandi been here since day one. They probably don't want to lose her fan base, but Kenya definitely can go because she's just going to hold everything up, keep the show stagnant, and she brings nothing. That's why I told y'all she'd be trying to attach herself to everybody else's storyline and situation to remain relevant. Okay, that's what she was doing with Drew and Ralph. Because y'all know what they have to do down to these reunions. They got to perform so they can keep that peach. So we got Drew and Ralph. Ralph said he showed up to the reunion to clear up all these internet rumors. It's like, child, you ain't gonna do nothing but lie and try to make yourself look good and make Drew look bad. We know you a narcissist. I told y'all, what did y'all hear Drew say on this part? He blocked, I was going to call him Dr. Francis, Dr. Ken. He blocked the damn therapist. I told y'all, these narcissists, they don't like therapy. They know everything, and they don't plan on changing their Chucky doll behavior, okay? So, yeah, and that's why he wasn't going to therapy in the first place, because he never planned on changing his behavior. He doesn't want any, feedback on how he should treat his wife. Okay? Why? Because he wants to remain in control. Remember, that control is the narcissist's kryptonite. That's what they care about, honey. That's what they give. That's what they are invested in. Controlling you, your emotions. That's why he has this whole push and pull method of dealing with Drew, pushes her away. He love bombs her. When he's a good husband, he a good husband. He cheering her on, creating the damn songs, watching the damn kids. The shit he's supposed to do, right? But when he's an asshole, he's an asshole. That's how a narcissist is. They run hot and cold because nothing is genuine. Everything is about strategy. Everything is about convenience. They still have not told the kids that they are separated from each other and getting a divorce. They are still living all in one house. It wouldn't be me. His ass would have to go. Go lay up with that bitch you've been cheating with. Drew mentions how she protected Ralph ever since she's been on the show. Andy was like, from what? The infidelity rumors? I guess he had been, cheating on her all throughout their marriage. I assumed, he has. And that's another thing with him being a narcissist. They do that to punish you. Remember, they have to stay 2 steps ahead of you. Okay? Andy asked Ralph, were you faithful to Drew? Instead of him saying yes or no, he says it would have came out already. Andy said that wasn't, that's not the answer. It's yes or no. Exactly. That's how you know he lying. Ralph says he has been faithful. He hasn't been doing anything. Andy asks Drew, has she been faithful the entire marriage? Drew says yes. And then Ralph says, so what about Ty? What about Ty, nigga? Okay, Ty is who she had to call when you wasn't bringing your ass home at night. Okay, so I told y'all I'm not one of these content creators where just cheating is so wrong. I don't even look at it as cheating when a person is dogging you out, disrespecting you, trying to break you down and put you in lowest terms. No, I look at it as you are looking out for yourself. Okay, some people say you should just leave the relationship and marriage, and I say life is short, move on with your damn life. I'm very serious about that. That's how I feel. A lot of people do the whole 2 wrongs don't make it right, and it ain't about getting back at the person that has disrespected you and wasted your time. It's about honoring self, looking out for your future. You don't owe nobody time, space, and energy after they have abused those privileges. Okay, if you want to take some time to heal, okay, that's fine. That's fine. If that's what you need to do, or if you want to flirt and talk to somebody else to, create a soft place for you to land, do what you got to do. I'm always I'm all about you looking out for self. And I know a lot of people don't preach and teach that, but through the years, that has helped me. I haven't had no cheating scandals, look, that I know of. And we know I don't give a fuck no way because I do me. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So I've always did me, and it has always helped me. Okay? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Okay? Drew, honey, yes, she checked in. Drew was clocked in. She read Ralph for filth. She said, you've been playing in my face for 3+ years. You've been all apologetic, honey, all behind the scenes. And now, you know, you have an audience. That's another thing. When you're dealing with a narcissist, they love playing the good guy in front of the audience. And behind the scenes, they are, you know, Chucky, you know. They definitely have a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde persona. And I get that from Ralph. Drew said that Ralph has always put her in a situation to be embarrassed. He's always put other women before her. He's even coaching cousin Courtney to come up against her. That's the triangulation. That's, you know, what narcissists do. Okay, he is textbook, you guys, at this juncture. Okay, so yeah, like, you have really disrespected your wife, Ralph. He doesn't have any remorse. There's no empathy. It's just, yeah, but what did you do? And you and Ty, and shut up, shit, and address your behavior. Don't address her behavior because guess what? The shit that you did made her do whatever she did with Ty. Okay, y'all be provoking people, and then when the shit play out, now you mad at them. Make it make sense. You started this shit. If you would have been treating her like a lady, shout out to the Temptations, treat her like a lady, treat her the right, respectful, honorable way, she wouldn't, you know, have to get it from outside the marriage. Okay, let that be a lesson to all you niggas. Okay? Drew mentioned that Ralph quit the counseling because, what, the therapist, Dr. Ken, was holding him accountable, holding his feet to the fire. Yeah, that's what they do. Why do you think Marceau dipped out on Tisha and told her he don't want to go to therapy no more? Okay? Why do you think that these men, they don't want to go to therapy? They don't want to be accountable. They don't plan on changing. Okay? So what are you going to do? Like, and I don't even get why anybody would want this marriage to work out. It's over. There's no love. If there's no respect, there is no love. Okay? I'm happy they are breaking up. Drew said that this man has, you know, wasted her 30s. Yeah, you waste time when you're dealing with these energy vampires. You ain't got no more time to waste. That's why I always tell y'all, look out for your star player. Fuck everybody and everything else. Look out for you. So Kandi called John Claude and to, you know, see where Ralph really was. I guess he really was going to audition. Child, Kandi told him to do the show when BravoCon is out, honey, because she said she is sure, honey, it will sell out. Kandi always think about them coins, honey. What is it? The Magic Mike guys? What the hell is he auditioning for? He need to sit his silly, stupid ass down. Okay, you don't need to audition. You need therapy, nigga. You need about 5 therapists in one room. Ralph mentioned that he was already going to Vegas on a work trip. I guess he does technology, honey. So he tried to prove his point. I don't give a damn about none of this. I just know how badly you have been treating this woman over the years. Okay? See, all of that type of shit is a deflection, and it's so he can drive home that Drew is a liar. Drew is a liar. Nigga, we don't need you to point it out. Okay? You ain't no damn good either. Okay? I think with Drew, she's been with him for so long, she may have some of his ways and not be aware of it. So, Drew, you may need to work on that, sis. But I do see Drew as a compassionate person. I think she's a caring person. I really do believe she loves her children. You know, she cries. She's emotional. That type of stuff shows you that a person is really genuine and sincere, you know, with life and the people that they care about, right? Ralph seems very cold, dark, detached, withdrawn, like a maniac, honey, and I cannot. Ralph asked to see the text messages that he sent to Sheree's house. I'm like, child, bye. But he ended up accusing Drew of being with more than one woman. Who gives a damn? What about all the women you done been with? Okay? Ralph ended up talking about how he told Drew that he was getting blowjobs around the world. He admitted that he said it, but he felt like it wasn't believable. See, you be lying. You be saying disrespectful shit to put her in her place, to hurt her feelings, to break her down. You're abusive. And it's emotional. I know you financially abusive, shit, because she didn't even know that when y'all was closing on that house. I don't believe. Y'all put that in the comments. But yeah, child, I'm so sick of talking about his ass. They get on Ralph about the adoption of Drew's son. He says there's only 3 reasons to adopt: abuse, abandonment, and death. No, and the women was like, say what now? See, he has a dark mind. You got that soul, Ralph, like you not a good man like my man Marceau. Shit, they running a tight race. 2 narcissists, honey. But that was just weird. Like, how about adopting the son because you love him and you plan on being with his mom and doing right by her? But Drew, he don't even treat you right. So why the hell would he adopt your son? So some of this shit, it kind of falls on you because, girl, if the man ain't treating you right, it's only gonna trickle down to the kids. That's how the shit go. So Yeah, they was looking at him like, what? Say what now? But yeah, he claims that the boy's father is in his life. He would never take that right away from him or any other black man. You know, that's his son. He doesn't want to take that from him. I get all of that, but evidently he not doing what he need to do by that boy if Drew is looking at you. Because I'm going to tell you something about being a single parent. You're not going to want another man to, legally be your child's father unless the other child's father is not around, not helping out. So for him to say that Drew just wanted that out the blue for no reason, that's a lie. The man can't be doing all of what he need to do to take care of the son. That's why y'all was having issues with him from the get-go. But Ralph is claiming that the man is coming around. Who do y'all believe? I believe Drew, because that just don't even sound right for a woman to want that child to be adopted and the father is actually stepping up and coming around, and no, it don't make sense. I didn't like the women saying, like Marlo saying, oh, y'all got a beautiful family, you even seen Kandi smiling, yeah, y'all should work it out. No, let's stop encouraging women to be in these toxic, non-monogamous marriages and relationships. It's too disrespectful. This marriage has clearly broken this woman down. She needs an exit out of the burning house. Let's just quit with that. I know it sounds nice, but let's just tell the people the truth, honey, okay? And the truth shall set you free. I don't like that Andy was caping for a reconciliation of Drew and Ralph. Why would you want this shit to continue? Stop it. Ralph says he loves his wife and he would love to work things out. You got to show it with your actions. But, honey, it's too late, okay? Drew ends up singing her song to him, honey. It was a good song. It sounded good. People are comparing her to Portia. I think Drew is far more talented than Portia. Portia cannot sing to me. I just think that y'all like Portia. She got a fat ass and a fun personality. But to me, I don't even understand how Flatline is at 1 million views, where Candace's song Drive Back is at 500,000. Make it make sense. Portia cannot sing as good as Drew or Candace, so ciao. Drew stormed off the stage and said she can't deal with Ralph and all the lying, and, it looked like her sister wanted her to talk more about the situation and expose certain stuff. Drew said she didn't want to do that for TV. I like that Sanya had her back, and, Mayetta and Sheree, everybody kind of had her back and tried to get her to go back on stage. Did y'all see Kandi and how she was looking at Drew when she was singing, girl, we need to do a collab? But I think she's kind of impressed with that part of Drew, the singing and the acting. I think Drew kind of reminds Kandi of herself a little bit, in a good way, not all that damn lying and shit. Andy says that the face that he was making, though, it was so funny to me while Drew was singing the song, and Drew admitted that all of this was just so awkward with Ralph being here. They went around the room, Sheree talking about she's going to work hard to try to bring the girls together. Bitch, shut up, Sheree, shit. You just there for your check. I'm glad Martell Hook-Headed Help won't be on the show no more. The lady said they all are collectively going to keep fighting for their friendships. What friendships? Okay, stop playing with us, man. Oh, and I tried to watch Kandi's movie, The Past. It was kind of boring, so I was skipping scenes and shit. Drew did a good job, but a little too boring, honey, for Miss Robinson. Okay, but that's all I got for y'all. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.